Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Family or Fiance Season 2, Episode 9. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Lady T. Over here, I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows as well as scripted shows. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Now, before we get into this review, I gotta get some things off my chest, as well as get into like a mini review of last week's episode. Because I went to go do my review for last week's episode, and I go to my notes, and my notes was like, "No, man, we are no longer here. Even though you did not push delete, we gone." So last week's episode, I'm gonna give you the doggone cliff notes. Bride and groom, they having issues because of her friend. Her friend is always her male friend from college has everything in the book to say about their relationship, always putting 2 cents in, adding some stank on stuff, lying about a lot of stuff. Instead of checking her friend, she's checking her fiance because the way he reacts to the way the friend is acting. Her people that came and his people that came all agreed that it was the friend that was messing things up. And instead of checking the friend, she was steady checking the fiance. She should have checked the friend even more when he lied and talking about some they kissed way back in the day when he knew that wasn't true. And the only reason he said that is to get at the fiance. So end up they got the blessings, but they decided not to add have the friend come to their wedding. Boom, that was episode 8. Episode 9. This morning, I did my review for this week's episode 9. And then I messed up, and since I'm not no longer editing because I don't the time does not permit for me to do that before I go to work, I was like, I'm gonna just have to do that when I get home from work. That's why, like at the beginning of the video, I'm like looking frozen and stiff. It's because I'm waiting on the timer to come on. Usually, I'll be able to edit that out. But anyways, we don't have any comments from last weekend, so we're gonna last video, so we're gonna jump on right in. Lakeisha and Laquan. Now, my mistake is I always look at the description of what's gonna happen, so I get these preconceived notions of what's gonna happen. Then I'm like, okay, so y'all both messed up. They met on a dating app. She's a single mom, and she has never been with somebody whose parents are still together. She used to broken homes, or like you don't know your daddy, or your daddy ain't no good and he no longer around. That's it. His mama thinks she a little bit crazy and not right for him. And that's mainly because this is the way he is portraying her when on the slide he was out here doing all kind of things. Now, she didn't admit that she didn't pressure this man into marriage because she feels that if, he gets married, he ain't gonna leave her. I'm like, man, he could still leave you and be in your marriage. And also, he wants a family, but she's not ready to get married until she's not ready to have kids until they get married. She's already a single mama out here, so she's not trying to do that. And then on top of that, she left her kids in Arizona so she can go be with him because she wanted to make sure the environment was right. I'm like, see, that's one of the things I don't like. People leaving their kids for a man or a woman. If you leaving because of a job, I completely understand that. If hey, my child is a senior in high school, 2 months left, I want my child to graduate with their friends. I have this opportunity of this really, really good job, so I could be making a good amount of coin, and I'm in the career that I want, and this is my passion. Leave my child with their daddy or their mama. Leave my child with a family member. I could understand that. You in the army and you end up getting pregnant when you still started being in the army because you're trying to make a living for you and your child, and you have to go off somewhere and you leave that child with the other parent or family member. I can understand that. You out here trying to be with a man, I can't get with that because you could have seen if the environment was right by, hey, maybe once or twice a month on the weekends, I go to this new place, check things out, look at the schools, something like that. I could see that, but just up and leaving your kids, that's one thing I will never get down with. Then we find out that he met some girl online, had sex with her, and now he might be the father of this lady's baby. I was like, see, That's when I would have cut all ties off because you cheated. And then you had unprotected sex with this person. And now you back with me and you could possibly bring me something. But it's a little more of she kicked him out and but we're gonna get to that in a minute. His dad thinks that they should get to know each other better because she done kicked him out multiple times. His brother said they need to communicate more. His mom says that he had his life goals laid out. He got with Lakeisha, got to living with Lakeisha, and he put everything on a standstill. And she doesn't like Lakeisha's anger issues and the fact that she left her kids. I'm like, I'm glad that you and her mama. I didn't get nobody's name but Lakeisha and Laquan. I'm glad somebody is thinking about the kids. Where we at? Okay, I didn't just skipped over her. Like her mom is concerned about their relationship with the kids. Her sister wants her to focus on her, but I was like, yeah, you need to focus on you, but you got to make sure your kids is all right because these kids did not ask to be into this world. You brought them into this world, so you should be focusing on them as well. Her daddy is like, what you gonna do about a job? You trying to get married, but you don't have no job laid out. So how you gonna be? How you gonna be? Supporting a family. Now, her first question is, what's the rush to get married? She figures if, they get married, he ain't gonna leave since he doesn't believe in getting divorced. You can still have that man in your house and he still not be with you. Or he can just cheat like he been doing. How was you able to leave your kids? This is when she getting the attitude thinking his mama should mind her business because these is her kids and she gonna do what she needs to do for her kids. I was like, she just asking a question because apparently you not worried about your kids. Your mama's worried about your kids. She's worried about your kids, but you don't seem to be worried about your kids and you think that she should mind her business. Okay. How do you feel about the alleged child? She says she would be angry because they was together. The daddy's he's almost in the like, well, you did put him out when he gets cheated. And it's like they her people is asking him, how do you plan on providing for the family? He said, well, he got a job interview lined up, so hopefully he'll be getting his job in a few weeks because he want to work in law enforcement. I think he has kind of sort of like a background in that, so that's what he wants to do. Do you have a plan loving her kids? He says yes. He but he's never been with somebody who has kids. And he doesn't feel at this point he's to where he wants to be a stepfather. And now it's like, why are you getting married? If you don't want to, this woman had kids. Whether she pressured you or not to propose, you don't have to go through with it. You can just be like, this ain't for me. I'm not ready. And go about your business. And I'm starting to think that, hey, maybe it is you were the reason why you just like, yeah, maybe, we should leave the kids behind for a minute so, we can get things together. And her so in love with you decided, yeah, I'm going to leave my kids because you wasn't ready to be stepdaddy. And the way you wouldn't be stepdaddy if the kids are not in the house. But he says if they get married and make it work, he going to make it work for the kids. I was like, you should make it work before you walk down the aisle. You have a relationship with these kids, letting them know that you're gonna be here for these kids. He says, okay, question is why does she keep on her people is asking why does she keep on kicking you out? And he says it's been a few times because he was texting somebody and talking to somebody else. He was out here cheating, she got upset, kicked him out. And his parents is thinking she's just kicking him out for no reason. No, she's kicking him out because he's been cheating. And at the dinner table, they let him. His family gets to understand why she keeps him at the dinner table. They talk about him cheating. She put him out, and then he just hop, skips, and jump, gets on a dating app, and goes over to some woman's house and sleeps with her. She kicked you out because you was talking to somebody else. And instead of, like, I'm going to give her time, some calm down, maybe we can work things out, your first thought was, I need a place to stay. Because apparently when she's kicked him out before, he stayed with a friend. And that friend was like, I'm not going to keep on letting you come into my house if she's just going to keep on kicking you out and taking you back. So he had nowhere to go. So I'm going to get on a dating app. I'm gonna find some person to stay there. I'm like, you lucky that you the. I don't want. How do I say this without it sounding wrong? You possibly getting somebody pregnant was the least of your problems. Just meeting some random person on a dating site, going to their house, and sleeping with them. Like I said, these two do not need to be married. Where is he? He feels like they was over, so what's the problem? The problem is this was a continuous thing. But she says if he's the daddy, she gonna put the wedding on the back burner. I was like, you should put the wedding on hold as of right now. Now she's sitting there talking about some. She thinks she might be pregnant because she ain't been taking her birth control. Now I was like, ma'am, I need you to make it make sense because one minute you talking about something you don't want to get pregnant until after you done got married, but you sitting here with a glass of wine in your hand talking about you might be pregnant. So maybe you should have stayed on your birth control so you wouldn't get pregnant. They take a test. She not pregnant. Not really sure why he had to hold the test. You could have been like, nope, I'm not pregnant. I like other people holding your pregnancy stick is just like it is cringy to me. So cringy to me. I was about to say something else and then I forgot. It just like blanked out on me. She goes to her mom about her anger issues. I'm not her. About her mom always like, oh, her. Wait a minute, that didn't come up yet. Her mom over here complaining. Oh my goodness, why you got that shirt on? Oh my goodness, why ain't her bun tucked in her head? I was like, you would not go. You would not like the way I be looking sometimes. I'm rocking a puff right now, and that was the worst thing I could have done. Cause side note, sleeping in a puff and you ain't got it at the right angle will be uncomfortable if you were a back sleeper. But that ain't got nothing to do with anything. I be rocking dog on a puff. I got on a scarf right now because the rest of my hair don't look about that right. Cause I've been at work all day. Yeah, I be rocking dog on the flat tips because I don't feel like doing my hair. And I hate to bring myself into these situations, but there has never been a time that my mama has complained about something about me that she don't. Well, one thing that my mama has ever complained to me about is me cutting my hair. That is the only issue about what is on my body that my mama cannot stand is when I cut my hair. I didn't cut my hair like maybe 5 times in my whole life. The first time my hair it got matted up severely, needed to be cut. The second time I got highlights, had allergic reaction, and I got the highlights cut off. Third time I was, I damaged my hair because I was flat ironing it all the time. So I got it cut. Third time I wanted to rock a new style. Fourth, wait a minute, first, second, third. Yeah. Fifth time, I just wanted something new. But then I forgot. Don't know how this happened. When I cut my hair, I just can't throw my hair up in a ponytail like I want to. I can't do the simple flat twist like two flat twists going to the back. I can't do that because the hair ain't long enough. And that don't never cross my mind when I want to cut my hair. But anyways, this ain't about me. This is about her. Mama always complaining. So she sits down. They sit down with her mama to talk about how the mama's always complaining about her. It's like you are always down to me. And at one point, it seemed like the mom was complaining because when she was younger, she wanted to be in her room reading books. I was like, you upset that she ain't out here doggone wilding out in the street, doing things. She's reading books in the house where she ain't getting into no kind of mischief, and you complaining about that? Child, please. But one thing I can say about the mama, she is upset that you left your kids to be with a man, and that is the only thing I'm gonna agree with the mama about. You leaving your kids to be with a man. They decide that they gonna wait on the marriage, and come to find out he can't even get a hold to the lady who said he the father. See, this is what happens when you get with somebody who you don't know, and you out here having relationships with it, because you can't get a hold of this person possibly boo, but why contact somebody and tell them they might be the daddy, and when they trying to get the information, you ain't trying to talk to them. But they end up breaking up anyways. She moved with her and her daughter to be close with her daddy and her sister. I don't know where the son was. I guess he's still with his daddy, and her relationship with her mom was a lot better. I was like, okay, that's good. You finally putting your kids first, so that's good. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. This free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on to my beautiful face. Puts up a video. You can click on it. You can like it and share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. And tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.